Match number 9 of the Big Bash League shall feature the Perth Scorchers and the Melbourne Stars. Let's build our fantasy team on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo. I'm Rana Kapoor and Tom Moody is all set to join me. Right, we're getting to that stage where we can actually look at numbers from this season to tell us what our pro tip should be indicating. And in this Big Bash League, the openers have scored 375 runs so far, a strike rate of just over 141 and an average of 26.21 while batting first. But while batting second, those numbers go down to 273 runs, strike rate 116, average 18.64. So the pro tip suggests that we have a captain or a vice captain from the team that bats first and preferably an opening batsman. Tom Moody, does that make sense to you?
Well, I find it a fascinating tip as it is. That statistic is something that has certainly surprised me. I think one thing to learn from this is that definite openers need to be in your side, but definitely one of them as your captain or vice captain.
All right, let's go to player availability for this one. And more players continue to now look available for the franchises. Nick Maddinson will be back for the Melbourne Stars after his Australia A commitments. There's also a slim chance that Nicholas Pooran could play this game after featuring for the West Indies A side on Monday. Injury concerns continue to put Nathan Coulter-Nile and Dilbar Hussein's availability in doubt. Let's go to our team now. And before that, remember that we can't always tip you off on latest team news and injuries. So check in after the toss for playing 11s before confirming your side. If you've been playing this regularly, you know that on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, you've got 100 credits to build your fantasy team. That's for every user. The individual credit values of players are listed on the app. You can pick from 4 categories of players: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. And 7 players from one team is a maximum that you can go for in any contest. 4 substitute options will also be recommended by us to you. Let's go to our top picks. Our captain choice is Glenn Maxwell. Now, we know what we've said about our pro tip. I'll come to that in a bit. But the Melbourne Stars skipper has been in stellar form right from the India series. He had an excellent BBL last season as well, scored 398 runs in 16 innings, and his scores of 46 of 26 and a 39 of 29 in this season were instrumental in setting up the Stars' opening 2 wins. Our vice-captain choice, Marcus Stoinis. Now, he's been a red-hot player in T20 cricket over the last year or so, leading run-getter in last year's Big Bash. We know that with that staggering 705 runs, averaging over 54, and he looks like he's going to carry that form on this season too. Started well in this year's Big Bash League, power pack 37 ball 61 last game, and the fact that he can't quite bowl with not being 100% can only help him become more consistent with the bat is what we think. So Maxwell is captain and Marcus Stoinis is vice captain. Josh Inglis is there as our top picks. Now, he had a great BBL last season, over 400 runs, striking over 150, especially brilliant against spin last year. And he'll also get you points behind the stumps. So we're backing someone like Josh Inglis, even as a vice-captain choice, if the Scorchers bat first. Remember what our pro tip said. Jai Richardson features in our top pick. Some concerns over his fitness after undergoing surgery, but he bowled well to pick up 2 for 20 in 3.5 overs in his comeback game. Adam Zampa as well, just like Maxwell, excellent form since the India series. The best spinner in last year's Big Bash League and continues to have an impact this season as well. 2 for 10 of 4 overs, simply unplayable in his man of the match effort last time round. Our top picks, Glenn Maxwell is captain, Marcus Stoinis is vice captain, Josh Inglis potentially a vice captain if the Scorchers bat first, Jai Richardson and Adam Zampa. Tom Moody, happy with those?
Yeah, I am. And, you can't really ignore Maxwell and Stoinis. They're both running hot at the moment, so that's a pretty smart move having them as captain and vice captain, whatever order you like. Josh Inglis is an interesting one. He's a very underrated player and a dangerous player. So, again, a good selection there. It's great to see Jai Richardson back fit because he will also, get you plenty of points with his wicket-taking ability.
All right, let's go to some differential picks now. Hilton Cartwright features and continues to be one of the more impressive all-round performers in this Big Bash League, contributes in all facets of the game. Nice 43 ball, 46 not out in the first game, picked up a couple of wickets in the second, and he's also been one of the standout fielders of the tournament. Some great catches and a splendid run-out effected by Hilton Cartwright. Ashton Turner features as well, the 27-year-old hard-hitting middle-order batsman. Now, he's had a few years of slightly underwhelming performances in T20 cricket, but looked in good nick last game where he scored a 16 ball 24 before getting run out. be looking to get consistent this season after the Scorchers have trusted him with captaincy. So Hilton Cartwright and Ashton Turner in our differential picks. Our full team includes Josh Inglis as a keeper option, Colin Munro, Ashton Turner, Glenn Maxwell, Marcus Stoinis, Hilton Cartwright, Mitchell Marsh. Maxwell and Stoinis, of course, are our captain, vice-captain picks. Jai Richardson, Andrew Tye, Adam Zampa, and Liam Hatcher as well in our bowlers. Now, substitutes bench does see Nicholas Pooran, Nathan Coulter-Nile, Aaron Hardy, and Fawad Ahmed. You have to check in on player availability for a couple of those names at least. Now, in our alternate scenarios, one of Coulter-Nile and Dilbar Hussain, subject to availability, could replace Liam Hatcher. And if Nicholas Pooran is available, we're thinking maybe you could try him out for Colin Munro. Fawad Ahmed could also feature in place of Andrew Tye. Let's see what Tom Moody would do if all those players become available. Would you get in Nicholas Pooran? Surely you will, Tom.
I'll definitely get Nicholas Pooran in there, and also depending on obviously the fitness, but Coulter-Nile has to play if he's fit, or be in your 11. Put it that way. The other one to consider is Fawad Ahmed. You know, he's got a unique opportunity to match up against Adam Zampa, and there'll be a nice little leg spinning combination there, or competition there. So that's one to consider for sure.
All right, brilliant. Thank you very much to Tom Moody. More from him as the Big Bash League continues to roll on. Make sure you check in with Final Playing 11s to confirm your fantasy teams, and we'll be back with plenty more stats, data, expert opinion, and insight to help you pick your fantasy teams through the course of the Big Bash League on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo.